Okay. Hello everyone, this is Sonia. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, to find out more about me, to see our products, to place an order, to join my team, or to sign up to do a workshop. I decided this afternoon I'm going to do an extra video. Doesn't happen often that I even feel I could do it. But I decided, I got thinking about it and getting ready for Christmas and having some extra things. This morning I showed how to make these for holding 2 K-cups. And one thing I didn't mention was that you could even stamp on the back to and from, if you wanted to put as a gift, you could put more designer series paper in the back as well. The other thing you could do is, if you wanted to, you could hook those together back to back. You could do like maybe a little hole between the two so that you could tie there, or have it be like a little handle, and then it would hold 4 instead of just 2. But then I got thinking, what about if you wanted to just give 1? And I had seen this when I was looking for those, and that's kind of cute. Now, so I got thinking, this won't take that long. I'm going to do a quick little one to show you how to make this. And, my notebook, I didn't write this one, I did not write anything down either let me see if I can get my notebook. 1 second without pulling everything. Okay. That's what's happened. I thought everything I needed was here, and now I'm like, I first left these in the other room, then I left my notebook across the room. Okay, so I'll get back to the right place. Okay, so actually, I saw this from Lakita Jackson. She made these a number of years ago, but the directions are still good. And I think I just lost a piece of mine. Oh no, there it is. All right, make sure I get this all. Now, she made 2 out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet. Okay, so I made this one, and I did cut a second one, so it's going to be the same base color. But just to show you, 8.5 by 11, you're going to cut at 2 inches, and you're going to cut 2 of those. And so 2 by 11, and then she did 3 15/16 over here. I just did 4. I'm going, a 1/16 of an inch is not that big a deal. I am not going to worry about it, and it worked fine. Hers would have been recessed in here just a little. That's fine. It fits, because it ends up being 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 2. All right. So let me just. So this is what, let's see, 8.5 by 11. All right, and then I'm just gonna do. So you're gonna cut 2. So this is 2 inches up, 2 inches, 2 inches. So that's 2, 4. So then it'll be 4. You'll end up with 1/2 inch, 4 inch by 4 inch. Okay, then let me just do this. And I'll do this in a moment on mine. The 2 inch one is that's what wraps around here. Okay, and that one, I'm just gonna look so that I'm getting everything correct. You're gonna score that at 4.5 and 6.5. Okay, and then on the square, not the best square, you're going to 1 inch, you're going to score 1 inch on every side. Okay, then you're going to cut these. Now, she did like a pinwheel, and then I thought, I'm just going to do the same side, and then one of them I did wrong. It doesn't, did differently. It doesn't really matter. Mainly, you're going to cut one of these like here and here. So then I would do here in here, and then so that they can fold inside to make this little box. All right, and I will show you that in a moment. This is the cardstock, and the DSP, so that's, you know, what I decorated it with. That 1 3/4 sheeted by 3, yes, 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so you want, so cut 2 of those, and then she put a little piece on like the back side, or you know, something else there, and that's 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut 2 of those. All right, so right now I'll leave this right here. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but, and then these are already cut. All my pieces are cut this time. So gotta do this so I can have enough room here. You're gonna open this because you're gonna do it at 6.5. So, and we're going to score this. So we're gonna score it at, here, wait, let me move these out of the way. I don't know what I'm thinking. And that will give me a little more. Okay. Now I think that's better because 6.5 is right here. So it's gonna be 4.5 score, and then 6, make sure I can see where it is here. Oh, this one, 6.5 is there. I had to use the quarter earlier, and that's kind of in the middle there. All right, so this is here. So this is a 2 by 2 square there. All right. All right, now, oh, and you end up with this. This is all you have left, this little piece, once you cut all those pieces. Okay. So, all right, now it's 4, just showing you 4 by 4. So we're going to do this, and you can either do it on that side, or you can do the 1 inch on this side. There's an inch on either side. Okay, so maybe this way. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. Okay. And then we want to fold and burnish. So I'm going to fold this, make sure that it's straight there, because you want it to. Okay, and now this side. Make sure you do it, yeah, so that the edges are even. And now this one, I'm going to, if you fold and burnish it, and it's a little easier to see where your score lines are to cut. Okay, so most people do this first. All right, so I decided I'm going to cut just right up there, right up there. So when you fold it up, these are like that. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And so when you fold it up, these are going to be like this. Okay, just like that. And I just wanted to see if one side, it doesn't really matter. If you want these on the outside, especially because, you know, if you want them on the outside, you can. I think it's a little, because it won't really matter, because you do it that way, and then you're going to, because those are already going to be, I haven't glued them down yet, but if you did that, and those are glued there, then because you're going to bring that up and glue that there. See, then it might be a little smoother look for you. You might like that better. And the inside is going to be all smooth because you're not going to have, those are going to be on the outside. This way, you know, they're on the inside, and it might not, you might not like the look of that as well, like this. Or I guess it could be this way, but I think the other way. So I did the other one more like this, but I'm thinking I might do this one because I hadn't really thought it through. But I think I might do this one like this, because then those tabs are really hidden. It all looks like, you know, it's smoother on the inside. They're over there in it. So I'm going to try that this time, but you can really do it whatever way you prefer. Now, just got to be sure I put the tape on the right spot. So this is going to go there. So I'm going to put the tape here and here. And I'm using, get my silicone mat here, because sometimes all right, I'm going to use the Terran tape, and I'm going to put a couple pieces on each corner. Like this, there, and here, and here. Okay. Now this end, and if you want, you push that, fold that middle one down, and it gets it out of your way. Now, I just realized that there's some people that will put either their bone folder or even like a gift card that's no longer good, and they put it down to help tear it. But honestly, it tears pretty easily. If you want it, some people want it to be, you know, like neater, so they might use their scissors. But how you can fix it let me just make sure this is okay, like how you can fix it if it's hanging over, just fold it back on itself. Okay, so all right, so let me, like that got over there too far. Oh, come on, stick in there. Sticks well. Okay, now this side. And again, I have it over a little bit. I was a little more generous maybe than I needed to be, but that's okay. Especially because it's going to be someplace where it's going to have other stuff on the other side, so it will be reinforced, but that's okay. Okay, so like that, like that. And then it might be a little easier in the sense that you don't have to try and fit it inside. Because sometimes you can feel all fingers when you're all thumbs, I mean, when you're trying to put it on the inside. There. So let me just make sure. Okay, so this, then it's going to go like that with those. See? And it's all smooth there. There's nothing to catch. And ooh, what happened here? Did I not measure something correctly? Because now it doesn't want to fit after I did all that. Oh well, it'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. Now, before I do that, which I could have done before I put that together. I didn't think about that part. Is I'm using this pattern paper from the Sant Express, and I love this. I love this retro look, but I've did so much I've basically used it all up. The other thing is, if it's going to fit better, because that's going to go over, it could hide that, but I really want it there. So but I'm going to have the back side of this showing, so good enough. It's not perfect, but just but some might say nobody's perfect. There, so that's there. Now, and this I'm gonna I could just use this glue, but I don't want to have to fuss with it because it'd be a little bit more, give me a little more fussy than this. Be a little, so I just want to double check my, okay. I just want to see here because this, I understand. Let me just double check my measurements here. 4.5. And actually I could even just turn around and go 4.5 from this side. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I did, but anyway, doesn't matter. Well, I can make it work. Oh, what a mess I made here. All right. Okay, let me get all these out of the way here. I'm gonna mess with those now. So for whatever reason, I maybe didn't measure something quite correctly, but there, see, it'll work. Oh, there, you know where else I want to do? Wait a minute. I'm going to put a little on the bottom to help catch that down too. Whoop. Now that was, do it this way. Since I got a little longer than I meant to. Okay, I'm going to do this and this. There, it'll be good enough. I'm going to put this and this. So there's that. Now, we no longer have any of these tag toppers. That's what I used on the other one, but then I got thinking, where did I do with it? Did I not bring? I did bring it out, and I don't see what I did with. All right. Maybe it's over. Oh, I had another one. Oh, here it is. The Lovely Labels punch, pick a punch. And, oh, that's a little bigger, though. That's not going to work. Never mind. I'm going to go back to what I did. But you can use, if you don't have anything like this, you also could use one of your dies. And what I did before was just a smidge of this, just to hold this together, to make it a little easier, sticking it in here. We do have the, which I should have done this probably before I stuck it all together. I wasn't thinking. Once again, because my mind's on to the next thing. Well, last time I was able to put them in together, but I don't know, because I think I did it before I put the box in there. Silly girl. Wait a minute, come here. But I didn't get that exactly. Looks like it's one end is wider than the other, so maybe I didn't cut this properly to begin with. Maybe that's part of the issue. Yeah, now that's okay. So I'm gonna just, is this gonna work for me at all? Okay, I like to put them in together because I know, but I'm gonna, that lined up pretty well there, so there. So now I'm going to do the same thing here, because it's hopefully, yeah, it'll be all right. There, see, it lines up pretty well. Now the other thing, and I should have maybe done this too before I put it in there, I kind of get ahead of myself sometimes, is I'm going to put this on here. Now this is a little narrower, but I really wanted to be able to use this paper, and they called for 1 3/4, and it's 1 1/2, but it'll be all right. Again, try and get it pretty even there. Okay, so there's that. Ta-da! And I thought I had brought a K-cup in, and now of course I'll take one out of my box over here. See, and then it's a little bigger, but that'll fit there. And the other thing I did was I took one of my glue dots and put it just on the edge there, just to help kind of hold it in place. And then for this, I just took this ribbon. It's our sheer red ribbon, which I believe is in the, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it's in the our fall mini catalog, which is ending the beginning of January. I do not know if this is still available. I didn't look, but I would just say use something, really, depending on what your paper is, red might not go with it anyway. So pick one that does coordinate with your paper. There. See if I can get this to look right now. What am I doing? Okay. There, I got to play around with it a little bit. So, and they can just untie it when they want to get their K-cup out, or actually you may be able to take it out without untying it, but here, let's see, I want to play around with this a little bit. It's not exactly there. Pull it up to the top more. Oh, nope, wait a minute. I think I did that. Let me try it one more time. So funny, I didn't have any trouble with the other one tying the bow. It's probably because I'm on camera. A lot of us seem that as soon as we get on, we can do it until we get on camera. Let me stop talking too for a second. Why can't I get a hold of it? It's right there and I can't get a hold of it. Come on. I just had so much of this left, a certain amount left, and I cut it in half. Let me try this again. Actually, let me turn it around. Maybe I'm doing it. Maybe the other side needs to go be up there, the one that goes around instead of this one. Oh, come on, I know you. All right, wait a minute. Honestly, I usually do not have this much difficulty tying a bow, but today it's okay. There. All right, let me try it maybe a little more this way. See if that will work any better. Side to side. There. And I'm just going to have it be more up on top. And let's see, a little bit this way. I want it a little smaller. You want, sometimes you can twist it around, get it a little more how you like it there. One more time, make this a little smaller. There. And then sometimes I just like to twist. There. That's better. And I am going to just, where do I want this? I'm going to just trim the end here maybe. For some reason I did not want to cut with my others. My other ones. Well, let me just try this. This may be a little sharper. Oh, look at that. That one cut so nicely. Just see the edge of this just a little bit there. So there's that. All right. And then on this one, I again used Nothing's Better Than. Today is a coffee kind of day. And then I used the Merry Christmas from Christmas to Remember. And then I don't remember what set this came with. It was one of my paper pumpkins, I believe, To and From. Okay. So there's that. Here's this. Hope I didn't, did I? And let me get my piece of white over here so that I can, whoop. And I was thinking for this one, I want to say, oh, let me put this away. It's wanting to grab me. You're Just Okay. Oh, maybe I want the other one, another one. You're just like coffee. I'm going to do You Make Everything Better, which is in here still. I wasn't thinking it through. You make, where is it? Right here. And I think I'm going to do this in, see if I like it this way. It's upside down, just like coffee. You make everything better. And I could have done a You're Just Like in that also. Then the red that's in this is, that's red, real red. I think it's going to be all right because it's sheer. And where's my Merry Christmas? Right here. Merry Christmas. Oh, actually I want this on this side. So I can do that. Make everything, and I'm thinking here. I'm going to cut this a little bit here. Should have done that before. Merry Christmas. To and From. Let me trim this down. Now, see, I'm not always the best with these, but I'm going to try this just a little closer, and I can see this is crooked. So I go this way. Maybe I can straighten it out. This one's a little crooked too, I think. Good enough. All right. And that one I'm going to go see if I like this one, or if I want to add a little, change it a little. Like, see, this one I did today is in kind of day in green and coffee in brown. But this, I think I'm going to just leave it like that. It kind of makes it stand out a little more, I think. You make everything better. Oh, here, you know what? I think I want this so that there's a little color showing on each side. And so more like this. There we go. And if you want, you could add some bling. I'm not going to add bling. There. Whew. I think this ended up taking a little longer than I thought it would. I thought I was going to whip it right out, and I mean, in a sense I did, but all right, let me clear the decks here so we can all right, so I can get these out here where you can see it better. And I'll show you this for a moment. See if it shows up pretty well. I will write it down. Oh, put it down a little more. Okay, there's the cardstock. Now, on this side, the DSP. I hope you can read that. So there you go. All right, and here's a look at these again. All right, so I think they're pretty cute. So if you want to give just one, or these others, if you want to do two, obviously I took the one out of there, but so there you go. See, these are the ones for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow I will be on Facebook, not Facebook, I'm sorry, my YouTube channel under my name, Sonia Ranger, and I'm going to do tea bag holders. Okay. And Friday, I think on Friday for my fun fold, it's going to be, these are all fun folds this week really, but that's going to be, I'm going to do a hot chocolate one. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great week. Till we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.